Welcome once again to Bradley Central High School football. We're here on Talk 101.3 The Buzz, also on BCHS TV, Facebook, as well as YouTube. This is Gary Ownbey, your host for our weekly player interviews, brought to you as always by Ed Cycles at 909 Key Street. We appreciate Jen and all her fine folks down there keeping us going and keeping all your needs taken care of in four-wheelers and so forth. They're the exclusive Yamaha dealer in Cleveland, but they're also able to service any parts and service for any make or model that you may have. Beginning our season right here with one of our Bear captains, a guy that a lot of people know, a guy who's had a dad is pretty famous here, Kenny Hooper, and this is Ken's Hooper, one of our senior captains. Ken, so welcome to our show. Glad to have you here today.
I'm glad to be here.
Well, Ken's, we always like to start out, our first time to interview you, talk about your background. Where did you first start playing ball as far as back as you can remember, and walk us through that in elementary and middle school and all the way up here to Bradley?
I probably started playing football when I was like 7 or 8. I played at Charleston in rec league, and then I went to Oakwood Middle School and played running back and linebacker there. Now I'm here.
Well, your dad was a pretty good running back in his days, that's for sure. In your position as inside linebacker, I don't think you mentioned that. And by the way, what's your size right now, height and weight?
I'm about 6 foot, 200. Right now.
Okay. In your position, are you one of those guys that's assigned with calling signals or picking up on keys and stuff? What do you look for at your position to react to the play as you're on defense there?
Well, in our defense, the middle linebackers are pretty much the leaders of the defense. Coach Floyd will give us a call on the sidelines, and we communicate that to the whole defense. And we go over film all week just based off the game plan. So we already have a set game plan before. But, yeah.
So it's pretty straightforward. If everybody stays home and does what they need, the defense should react. Now, last year, our defense, we gave it a few too many points sometimes. Our offense scored a lot of points for us. But it's a whole new year, and we've got a great senior group, I think, a really good senior group. Do you have any siblings that play athletics, or are they younger, older than you? Or
I have 2 older sisters. One does not play any sports, but one played softball at Austin P, Sydney Hooper, and Madison Hooper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And your parents, obviously, I mentioned Kenny, and who's your mother?
My mom is Jennifer Hooper.
Jennifer, okay. Looking at this game coming up, we got Farragut on the road in our opener Friday night. How about, you didn't get to play last year. Let's go back and talk about that injury real quickly. You were injured in a scrimmage game before the season started. So tell us where that happened and what happened and what it caused.
Well, we were playing at Austin East, and I usually play middle linebacker, but I got put in on a heavy set on offense, and I was pushing Javen in, and I just got caught up at the line, and my foot got stuck, and then I tore my knee up pretty good. But
so you missed the entire season because of that. Now, are you fully back 100%, you think? Or
I think I'm ready to go 100% for sure.
I guess we'll find out as it's tested here coming up in the ball game there. And you're a senior here at Bradley Central, one of us, I think Damon told me maybe 17 or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. But what are your post-high school plans now? Once you graduate, you want to go to college and play ball in college if you can?
I would love to play college football, but if that opportunity doesn't present itself, I'll probably just get a degree somewhere, Cleveland State or something, just further my education.
Well, that's the main thing. You get that education. That'll open a lot of doors for you there. And as an individual, it's a team sport, but what are you doing as Ken's Hooper to improve your value to the team, I guess?
Well, I'm watching film every night. I'm taking our weightlifting very serious. Our practices are taken very serious, trying to get the intensity up all week. It's game week. But, yeah, just studying film and stuff, taking it serious.
Well, as a captain, obviously you're a captain for a reason, and it's voted on by the peers, and I think the coaches have a vote of their own, but you're chosen for a reason, and I think leadership is one of the things that they look to you when things are not going the way they should for the Bears. The younger guys, especially freshmen, sophomores who are part of that varsity team, they're looking at you. How do you react, and how do you keep control out there on the field, and emotionally and mentally and physically and all that? So it's an important role, as you well know, and it's quite an honor to be a captain. I've never been a captain of anything. Never will be.
Yeah.
But for you it is. Now, do you have anybody in high school, or not high school, but in college, that's a favorite player, like, boy, I'd like to be like him and get my game at his level or something like that?
I mean, my favorite team is Ole Miss, but I really look to, I know he's not a linebacker, but Cam Chancellor, I really like watching him, just the way how he approaches the game. and how he's so quick and aggressive, even as a safety. I really like that.
And you wouldn't say you're an Ole Miss fan just because your dad played football there,
Of
would
course not. Of course not.
you? Home of the Rebels there, huh?
Yes,
Well,
sir.
this week, like I said, Farragut on the road. We played them twice last year. We had them beat dead to right here, seemed like at home. Open game of the season. They came back and rallied to beat us 37-30, I think the score was. We go up there and we laid an egg in the first round of the playoffs. They sort of embarrassed us, and we owe them. We lost them 11 straight times, 14 out of 15 times. And they're a good, solid team. I saw some rankings. They're like number 5 or 6 in the Knoxville area rankings among all of their schools, up there about 40 or 50 schools. So they're going to be a formidable foe. There's no doubt about that. I hope that you guys are mentally ready, physically ready, and everybody will follow the protocols that's required by all of us to make sure we continue to play football this year.
Yes, sir.
That's Mr. Kenny Hooper, one of our senior captains this year, the middle linebacker, as he said, 6 foot, 200 pounds. We want to say at 6 foot, 200 pounds. I want to call your name a lot on the radio Friday night. So, be the star of the week or whatever. Make the most tackle or something.
Yes,
Get your
sir.
name out there, and let's bring a win home for the Bears.
Yes,
It's a
sir.
good way to start the season. Thanks again to the Kens for joining us here on your interview brought to you by Ed Sox at 909 Key Street. You can see these interviews all year long on YouTube, BCHS.TV, and as well as on Facebook. And you can hear the audio version of this Friday night about 6:45 on the Buzz 101.3, where all Bradley football will be brought to you all season long. For Kens, this is Gary Ownbey saying so long for now. God bless and go Bears.